Ladies and gentlemen, um, first of all, let us all welcome the holy month of Ramadan. It's a, it's a month, Islamic month that in the Islamic practices and religion that brings a lot of blessings from the Almighty Creator, and it has a lot of blessings. But together with that, for the Muslim Ummah, for the Islamic Ummah, it's a month that has the shahadat, the martyrdom of one of the greatest waliullahs, one of the greatest chosen and greatest and pious uh, pupils of the Almighty Allah in Mullah Ali, Hazrat Ali, alayhi salatu salam, and so that's why mixed feelings. But yes, now it's Ramadan. I'm also fasting. We Muslims fast uh, in this month, holy month. Fast is like you eat your food around in the morning around 4 to 5 a.m. and then you tend to fast for the Almighty's uh, blessings and for the for getting His attention, getting pleasing the Almighty. Because it is in our religion, it came directly from him, the order of this particular month, and all our holy personalities in the Prophet has done it. So, following and remembering the practices, we do that. Uh, so it's a holy month. So let's. Uh, I always try to speak the truth and speak my heart, and speak my mind. Never try to write down anything or never try to uh, copy or cheat. Whatever that comes out is my own personal thoughts and my own personal beliefs and my own personal experiences. Uh, let's talk a little about the uh, human capacity of living life as an uh, individual. Uh, I have a mic. I was previously accused of not using a microphone. So it's a party mic. If I can add it up, let's see. My other mic, that lavalier mic, it's I've placed it somewhere and I can't seem to remember where. That's a microphone mic, but let's see if I can use this one for the better sound experience. Uh, let's see. I don't know if it's charged. I don't think so. It's charged.
Pairing.
I guess it is. So let's turn off the echo. Maybe the voice will come far better this way. But what I and it will help me in the my saving and conserving my energy. I'll get hold of my lavalier mic and I'll search it out if I could get my hands on it, or I'll buy a new one. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to speak and share and shed some light about individuality or living as an individual. People in our parts in Asia, they try to or speak or uh, they say that they believe that. For example, they are living in life of an individual, or some people are mistaken. They tend to believe that they are uh, an individual, an individual like they are free to take their decision. They're free to uh, live free and follow the just system. But no, that is not living life like an individual. Uh, People in our paths, they're selfish. Being selfish and being individual is different. According to the religion Islam, being life or living life like an individual is keeping hold of your rights and not confiscating other people's rights. What is happening as a common practice here is everyone is fighting for their rights, trying to confiscate the rights of the other person, other individual, or trying to use them in different manners, uh, financially or socially. And if the other person gets used, fine, they feel good about it. But if the other person is smart enough and he doesn't wants to get used, they become an enemy of him. Uh, okay. Other than that, a normal practice that is common nowadays is grouping. How grouping? People say that they're independent and they don't have ties, but because of their sons and daughters, the marriages will take place, and they will tend to marry in families. Few tend to marry in influential families with money. Others, they don't have financial problems, so they marry in families where there are social links. Social links in the form of, just like there are private news networks, they marry in for relationships. They marry for relations that can help them or come in handy as far as the news network is concerned, the family news network, so that they get every information first hand given to them, even though no matter wherever they are, uh, any small action of theirs gets publicized and marketed well, even though if it's of the minutest value, monetarily and socially. But because of the news network, the news gets broken everywhere and it becomes a breaking news, and everyone, like those news networks, start saying breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This happened, this happened, this happened. And other people who don't believe in such kind of things and they don't have that social network, and they never eyed for that social network because they are the pure individuals who've always been alone, who've always been independent, who've never ever tried to have social relations or friendships for the sake of getting publicity, or for the sake of getting false publicity, for the sake of getting false marketing, for the sake of having false attention. But they are pure people. Everything about them is original. Everything about them is independent, and they are the real originals. And others are founding copycats. They try to copycat and they try to portray, because of the news networks, because of the all those devils advocates, that they are as good as the originals. But sorry to say, that's not the case. And if you'll sit down and we'll have a good, hard argument about it, uh, things will start getting heated up, and yeah, yeah, that will happen. But obviously, Ramadan, fasting, originality, purity, that is the reason of this holy month that we fast. So no lies, no lies, and few people's morals and mantra of life is no lying, obviously brutal honesty, living life for the reality. and facing it in its most real and original way, because that's their way originally. That's who they are naturally. They don't act, they don't play games, they don't have networks, and they don't have to boost and boast about things. Whatever is real, they speak their heart and mind out. Because that's the reality of the whole situation. They don't have to lie, like, for God's sakes, they never have to lie. If they laugh, they mean to laugh. If they cry, they mean to cry. And if they feel angry, there's a point upon which they feel like anger is a must. That's what reality and real independence is about. It's about independence of a human being, about human emotions, about human reality, about humans' morality. But if you don't have such things and you say that yes, I'm independent, no, you're a phony actor, and you're a phony actor. You just act and you feel like that you're independent. No, 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 no. Independence has a lot many things. There are different aspects to being independent. Financial independence is another thing. Social independence is another thing. Honesty, morality, being that from generations after generations after generations after generation is another thing. If you have achieved one aspect of it, one part of it, financially, that's not just it. That's just a part of it. That's not the reality and that's not the complete picture. You're still far behind. Still far behind because uh, you lack it. You lack it. Your ancestors lack it. Your elders lack it. They still play their games. They still are entangled because they basically, those people who live in groups are basically weak. Weak in a way, they have to use a few people sometimes financially. They have to use people emotionally, socially. Uh, that is why they hide themselves within the groups. They hide themselves because basically they are not capable. They are not real. They don't want to accept reality. Rather, they want to make a fake reality, portray a fake reality that they want people to maybe perceive or understand. Real people, no matter whatever happens in their life, happens really. Their disasters, their finances, their social experiences, everything is real. Whatever they say is the truth, because they have lived their life independently, all their life. Their ancestors have lived independently. Their ancestors were financially independent, socially independent. Their all generations were. Their children are. They don't act. They don't use people. They never have used stepping stones. They've never used any people like the rungs of ladders. Whatever they've achieved, less or more, that's another debate, but that is on their own selves, on their own abilities. Never used anyone, never tried to plan anything, relationships or anything, because that is a sin for them. Morally corruption, a moral corruption. And those people are not morally corrupt and they can never become morally corrupt. Now, people don't understand that. People think that it's an act. They're playing games. They're also like us. No, 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 no. Sadly mistaken. And when the reality comes to their very understanding, they become enemies. They see like, wow, how's that possible? Someone living within us, so different. No, 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 no. We always were different. Parents, morally correct, not corrupt. Forefathers, morally correct, not corrupt. Finances, morally correct, not corrupt. Hence, person, a family, elders who are correct can never become corrupt. Why? Because this is the very distinction, the differentiation from day one. And it's always been there. And it will always be there forever. Hmm? not people users, not relationship users, don't have news networks, don't care, don't get bothered. And that's why fake news are always circling against it people, because those people have no weaknesses, those people have no flaws. So what do people do? People tag bad things with them. They've done this, they've done that. They're not good people. No, they don't know. They're blunt. Look what happened to them. They didn't follow our make and break. They didn't follow our network system. They didn't follow our way of uh, making and breaking. And look what happened to them. Look, they fall behind. At the end of the day, the thing is, once you sit down, once you talk, you can't win any argument with those people. Why? Because you're morally corrupt. Your elders are morally corrupt. Your decision making system is corrupt. Once you sit down with such people, you cannot ever win. Ever. Not because the other person is blunt, not because he has speaking abilities. No, he tells the truth. They are truthful. They are honest. Morally correct. They have a reason for everything. You don't have that reason. Why? Why two lives and two people in the same time in space in continuum? Can't match. And the other party is healthy and hearty and happy with what they've done and seems to kind of defend it still. Food for thought. Uh, Something I always share, all this praying uh, these days. Yes, and the reciting is also going on. So I was in uh, wuzu, even still am, and I was praying. And this came to my mind. So I always speak my mind. That's why I have this channel. I always have remain talkative person who speaks his mind out. Obviously, every individual person should, because I believe in individuality, and I believe that what one of our great poets has said that uh, अवाम के हाथों में अक़वाम की तकदीर हर फर्द बनता है मिल्लत के मुकद्दर का सितारा. That what he means to say is that the whole every single entity, every single unit of the society is important. And when every single unit starts firing, every single person starts firing of a nation, then becomes a nation, and then becomes a great nation. And every single person should work upon themselves, and work on their weaknesses, work upon their reality. And that's when a nation gets formed and a nation becomes uh, good and strong nation. So, yes, the seven Jirazi. Thank you, the seven Jirazi nation. Keep following, keep listening. And if you have the guts to listen to what 18 odd minutes, I don't think so anyone would. But I've played my part, I've played my role, I've said and spoken what I wanted to. With good microphone abilities. This time I'm looking for my lavalier mic. Recently had some work done, and people have sort of placed things where I am unable to find them. Maybe I'll order a new one. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Chirasi, thank you for signing off.